Hello, welcome to another segment of online public speaking. Right now I'd like to talk to you about why you're in this class. There's really two main reasons that you are even in college. One is to prepare you for the job market. As instructors, it is our job to teach you not only how to be professional and communicate appropriately, but also give you those skills that you'll need to be successful in the job market in general. Second of all, education. How can I say how important education is? I have a true passion for it, and I hope I'm able to instill some of that in you. Since a young age, you have, been forced, for the most part, to go to elementary school and to high school. By your own free choice, you became an adult and you made the decision that yes, you want to get a high school education and graduate. And now you're at that point in your life where you're really realizing how important education in itself can be, not only for education's sake, but also education to prepare you for the job market. So I guess that was a little bit of a rant, but one thing that I really find important to teach in public speaking classes is how to communicate with an instructor. Now, some of you are older than average and have already been out in the job market, and this video really isn't necessarily to teach you anything more than you already know. For those younger students who might be taking this as a dual credit class, maybe you've never sent an email to an instructor. You don't know how to communicate online in a professional manner with an instructor, someone who, just for the sake of argument, is, let's say, a supervisor or superior. My job as your instructor is to teach you how to have professional communication with them. Others of you, this might not be your first college class, so I hope that you've already learned this, but for everybody, it's a good refresher course. You're going to be sending me several emails throughout this semester. Most of you already actually have. With that last page of the syllabus, I asked you to fill out some information and tell me a little bit about yourself. A few of you have already done exactly what I'm going to talk about, but most of you, this is definitely something that we can work on, how to send an email to me. I have several expectations. First of all, obviously, everything needs to be done in a professional manner. You need to understand that when you send an email to anybody, whatever presence you leave online is really out there for everybody to see. It's documented that you communicate in this way to people. So that's always something to keep in mind, especially when you're making your videos for this class, is that this is in fact online. So it's not just like in a small contained classroom like a traditional class is, but it's really out there for the world to see. Now, I'm not going to be posting anything or manipulating any of your assignments in any way. I just kind of want to bring it to your attention that we are not only in class where topics need to be classroom appropriate, but we're also online. So you need to be aware of that, what message you're sending out to the world. I digress. All right, back to the emails. First thing that I want you to do is make sure you have a subject line. Now, here's something that I wrote up earlier. Let's say that you watch my introductory videos and you have some questions. Here's a good way to just have a subject to an email so I know what to expect and I know who it's from. Just write intro video questions and then maybe your last name at the end. When I wrote this earlier, I was pretending like I was the student, but let's just pretend my name is Jane Doe for the moment. So I'm going to put introductory video questions and then my last name at the end, Doe. That way, right away, your instructor knows what to expect and who it's from. Next, this is the body of the email. At the top, you need to make sure that you address the instructor the way that they want to be addressed. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professor. I am married. Not that it's any of your business. So I put Ms. That's how I want to be addressed, is Ms. Ryan. Then you're going to have your simple body of your message. Make sure you use full sentences. You're using capitalization and punctuation properly, all that sort of stuff that you've learned from, how to write anything. And then at the end, make sure that you sign your name so I know who it's from. Generally, also, it's a good idea, and I need to actually do this in my WSC email, which I just got, so I need to update my signature, but underneath it is always a good idea to maybe put your email address down there too. So just to review, a good subject line. Make sure you have your the beginning appropriately addressed. Full sentences, punctuation, stuff like that in the body. Make sure it's nice and clear. You know, and everything always wants to be polite and excited. And don't pretend like you're yelling at me. That's one thing that sometimes students really don't understand, is that when I'm reading it, I can tell if you're mad at me. You're going to get a lot farther in the world if you are nice and polite to someone. As your instructor, it's my job to do the best that I can to meet your needs, but at the same time, you need to be nice to me. I'm still a human. So, nice body right here, and then make sure you sign your name down there at the bottom. Just let me know if you have any questions about that. If you are messaging me on Skype, it's a little bit different. It's a different format. But, I mean, as professional as possible at all times is what I prefer. All right, if you have any questions on that, let me know.